Disney World's a ghost town. Florida has empty hotels, airports have empty seats flying to all the Florida ports, and there's three main people involved. And I'm going to tell you who they are. I'll give you a hint: Trump, DeSantis, and YouTubers. Welcome to Portside Politics. And before we get into this, two things. We are at almost 2,000 subscribers. Holy cow. Thank you, everybody. And we have three videos that have just had massive amounts of views from everybody. But most importantly, the comments have been just outrageously informative, heartfelt. Some of you people have just dispensed with, personal information. And I read every single one of these comments. We just go through them the best we can, or I audio play them. But please continue with the comments, like, subscribe, join if you can, but most importantly, continue with the comments. So let's get on to hear about Florida and tourism. As I'm recording this, it's 10 o'clock at night, and I will tell you, the Magic Kingdom's a ghost town. Wait, what? Yeah, that's the number one problem. It's the YouTubers. They're doing stuff on videos that make the parks look like they're more empty than they are, because that's sensational news. And we can't do anything about it. It's not clickbaity. Hey, the park looks empty when we turn the camera that way. Great. But we, of course, have, I can't say Disney expert because that'll get us in trouble with her, but we have a Disney guru who's been through the turnstiles over 1,000 times. Ann and I both worked at the parks at one point in time in our lives. There's a way to tell if the parks are busy. In 2025, just open up the app and go to book yourself a reservation. Go to book a reservation to get in one of the parks, book yourself a dining reservation. Now, Anna will tell you over at Waves and Wandering, she's been selling Mickey's Not So Scary for this October-November period, but she ain't selling them anymore. It's not because no one's buying, it's because they're sold out. There are people out there who want you to think that Disney's in the decline. They've been saying it for years, and one of their big reasons they cry about is the price of the tickets. Yes, ticket prices have gone up. You know what? People also get paid more. But the ticket prices for some people, and let's be very honest, a Disney vacation is not inexpensive. It is not inexpensive. It's a wonderful vacation but it's not dirt cheap. It's the Disney experience. You're getting what you pay for. It's not just a Dole Whip. Get the Dole Whip. So what happens here is now we have the reality of what's actually impacting Disney, because Disney is down. It has to do with Trump at Disney World and Disneyland. And especially in Disney World, it has to do with DeSantis. See, this is all the fallback on all the stuff where Florida decided to go after Disney because DeSantis wanted to do his no gay thing and Disney was not going to play that. And all that's done is hurt Disney and therefore Florida. You see, Disney is a major source of tax revenue for the state and for the county. And when these people are having their tirades and MAGA rallies, they seem to forget that Disney might be the place where they work, or they might be a contractor or supplier that brings stuff into Disney, or hotels where people go into Disney stay. Let's face it, a lot of MAGA people are stupid. It's just, why would you? This is an FAFO moment for these people. The parks are in decline, but they work for a company that supplies stuff to the parks. Shocker. It's just, that's what's going on. And as so many people have put in the comments on our videos, they had a trip planned for Disney, $10,000, $20,000. This is not $49. This is not a trip around the corner. You've got to get everybody there, and you got to get them to the airport, and then from the airport to the hotel or Disney, those little steps. And if you've got a party of 7, that could be a $500, $600 trip on different legs round trip. It adds up. $40 a person each way when there's a party of 10 is a lot of money. Now you got your hotels, then you got all your meals, and then you got your tickets into the park. And then if you want to go see something extra, all the costs for those extra shows. It all adds up to a lot of money. And part of that money, when you look at your hotel bill at the end, says local taxes, residential tax, resort fee, resort tax, occupation tax. You know what all those say? That says money going into local, state, county, municipal coffers. and all of them are in decline. There's no lie in that. But if you want to see how much the decline is, there are some websites that have been tracking the parks for years. They're not doing it because of the economy and Trump or anything. They're doing it because they sell information on park activity to help you plan your best way when you get into the park. Now, if you've been to Disney World, which a lot of us have been, or you've seen it, eventually you get to the Magic Kingdom and you go underneath the train tracks, make your little turn around, boom, there's the castle ahead of you. And you got to go down Main Street, USA. When you get to a certain point, you got to turn left or right. Which do you do? Well, these people sell data to tell you for the day that you're going, historically, how the park has been busy so that you can plan out the best route to maximize your time. I'll give you a little hint. How about you just book your travel through Anna at Waves and Wandering, and she'll give you all this information for free based upon years of experience. Anna has taken us into the parks at rope drop. That's the moment where it opens. And we've gone through, before the day's over, 8, 9, 10, 12 things. Just one after another as we hustle. But she'll tell you, there's things that you do like skip Starbucks because you don't have time. You've got to keep rolling. Well, if you go to the park and you don't know how to navigate the park, and you get to see 4 or 5 things, and then somebody puts out a video that says the park was so empty we went on 12 rides, you just assume the place is a ghost town. Someone takes a picture first thing in the morning on the ride, the sun's up. Someone takes a picture late at night, the lights are still on. There's a lot of cinematography that's going on to make the parks look empty because it's sensationalism. I will not deny that the tourism is down and the parks are down. But there's a big difference between 10 to 15% and 90 to 100. What we're seeing is the 10 to 15 range of stuff. We're not seeing 2 and 3. We're definitely seeing way more than that. But we're not way out there at the 100% people. There's no day at the park where the cast members are standing there just whistling, waiting for somebody to show up. There are people at the parks. Now, here's another thing that you have to know, especially when you talk about Disneyland. Disneyland is a lot of traffic from people who go to work or they do their lives, and then they rush over there in the evening. So you might see the less crowd there in the morning than you do in the late day. Also, annual pass holders. There was just an event, a timing event at Disneyland, where annual pass holders are now in their summer blackout season for one of the passes. Oh wait, there's people can buy tickets and they got blackout dates? Who would have ever thought? Well, apparently the people who are saying the parks are empty. Because, on the last day of blackout, the park was mobbed, and then the next day it's vacant. You'll also see that they're doing a lot of things like, well, we filmed this on a Tuesday. I mean, it's summertime at Disney. You just assume the park should be busy every day because it's summertime. But you do get the weekend crowd. You do have seasonal fluctuations. So how bad is it at the parks? 10 to 15%. That's a lot. That is a lot. And from the people that we've been talking to, there's a lot of people, especially foreigners, who have canceled plans and they're not coming back. And it's not because they don't love Mickey. Oh, we still all love Mickey and all the fun of it. They don't want to go and have their money fed into that tax system that supports Trump and DeSantis and all the nonsense that they bring. Because a lot of what they bring is hatred. All right, look, what's the best way to wrap this up? Well, first off, I'm going to beg you to like, click, subscribe again, because apparently that's what I have to do on the internet. Them's the rules. But most importantly, what's your comments? Where are you going on vacation? Have you changed your plans? What are you seeing in terms of your travel? I can tell you, we have a couple trips coming up where things are busy, but busy doesn't mean full. And here's a little tip for you, by the way, especially if you're going on a cruise. Cruise cabins, let's say there's 1,000 cruise cabins on the ship and they hold 2 people. That means the capacity of the ship is 2,000 people. But a lot of those rooms, those staterooms, will hold staterooms, not cabins. A lot of those staterooms will hold 3, 4, sometimes 5 people, like on Disney ships. That means the ship could hold a lot more people. So when someone tells you what percentage occupancy they're at, always ask which number they're using. because the ship might hold 2,000 people and they'll tell you they're at 90% occupancy. But then when you look at the total number of people that could be on board, those 3, 4, 5s, now they're at 60, 70% occupancy. And if you don't know which number someone's giving you, it's not information, it's just bullshit to make you click a link. So thank you to everybody who stayed this long. If you stayed this long, please throw something in the comments. I don't care what you put in the comments, whatever you're putting in. But how about this? When's the last time you've been to Disney? Last time for us to be to Disney was just a couple weeks ago. It's a magical place. But wherever you go, you have a chance to vote with your dollars. And you get to vote for or against the chaos that's going on. And that's the best vote that you can cast.